how do you get yourself and a coaching client back into coaching after a break?
That's a great question. I feel like I'm kind of in that same space too as a client. There's a coach I was working with that I haven't yet connected because it's all busy. That's a great question. Let me think of how I did. Or how do you do it, Raj? You're probably fresher.
Yeah, this has come up a lot. This actually came up in an overview today, and in the next couple of questions connect with it really well. But as we explore this, I mean, one of the things I did was to set a coaching session on Monday with my coach. So I have a coach who, a physical, mental, and emotional coach. We did a bike ride, and she asked me some really great questions. So I was thinking about those questions, and two questions that she asked me were, what is your focus for January? And then the next question was, what goals do you want to set from now until June 2022? Because this is some of my physical goals. So as I was thinking about this, I think some of the things I'm going to be doing this week with clients is reset of goals, just that check-in. Word of the year came up with one of my clients yesterday, which helped with setting intentions. Perhaps revisit a future self tool. I have to throw in the word grace here. It's first week of January. So I don't know, John, how do we be a bit kind to ourselves?
Well, I think that the beginning week in January, I've always expected this kind of rush of interest from in the coaching field, but it takes about a week. Like it takes a little bit of time for people to get, holiday recovery, whatever mental, emotional, physical activities need to resume. Like when you get to your own space after visiting someplace maybe for a week or two, and the holidays are a lot. There's a lot that happens. Okay, so all of that aside, I think going back to the question, how do you get clients re-engaged? For me, it's very logistic. How do I get clients on a schedule? Or how do I establish and set up my business to schedule with clients? How I did it was I met with clients on a semi-regular basis. So I just knew every other Tuesday at 3:00 I had a call with my coach. That's best practice, to have that kind of consistent regularity. I really, really like the sport analogy of coaching, where you have a set practice, you have a set training session for a certain season, and that can be, usually it was every day in terms of sport, but with coaching, you might have a meeting with your coach maybe once a month, like your sport coach once a month, where second Tuesdays you knew that you had a captain's meeting, or you had a freshman meeting, or whatever it was, like you had that time. That's best practice. And when I was running a practice of over 40 clients, I had to have something like that, where I knew that I was meeting these three people every other week. And was it their off week or on week? And if it was their off week, then it was another different set of students. There were a few students who I met with monthly. That was a little more challenging. And I think now, in the age of digital calendars, where you can say, hey, here's my calendar, choose whatever you want to do, and choose a certain number of sessions, and it can be anywhere like that. Like I never went there with my practice. I would not set it up that way. Like if I still had over 40 current clients, I'd either have to have, and I had an open schedule like that, I think I would have to have someone running it for me, like just running the scheduling. You don't want to do that. That's that's hard.
That's a lot.
That's a lot. But I think if you can establish some sort of regularity in, okay, like making it easy on yourself and your client, ideal. So yeah, I think it goes deeper than just holiday recovery. But holiday recovery adds stress to a system that might give clues on how to improve it. That's valuable too.